Maurice, after an upbeat Saturday last week, things didn't quite turn out the same today. What have you and Scott been saying to the players in the dressing room after this afternoon's performance?
There was nothing in the game. I thought we had the better of it in the first half. I think we created the best chances first half. We've got to come in at least 1-0 for me. I think that gives you a chance. Yeah, listen, there's nothing in the game, but the boys have given everything. I don't think we were great today second half. I thought we looked average. We really looked average, and it's not something I say often. I thought first half we were good, second half average, and if I'm being honest, I think the game should have just petered out to 0-0. But yeah, they get a penalty. It just seems to be going against us.
The front three last week, along with others on the team, came in for a heap of praise, deservedly so. In particular, Quinn Coulson last week, he was outstanding last week. Today, he didn't seem to be able to get free of his markers so easily. He wasn't on the ball as much as he was at Ochilview. Did you speak to him after the game?
Listen, see when you've got it's the hardest thing is to create in football, and these guys are playing with fine margins in their games. Sometimes it goes great and sometimes it doesn't. And today it just felt like it was a tough one for them. But listen, we're not criticising them, and that's not our approach. You know, they're still instructed and they're still trying to do their best. Did it come off? No.
Yeah.
But in the first half, when they did play well, which I thought because I thought they did good in the first half, then I think we've got to. One cleared off the line, the keeper spills himself well. So listen, it should have been coming in 1-0, it wasn't, and it was always going to be tough second half because they just keep bombarding you with the big guys.
Yeah.
Then it gets a throw in, and then it's a free kick, and then it's difficult to take the ball in these situations because they just go man on man on you. It's disappointing because you feel like you win that today, you're going to the next game next week with a bit of momentum, but I can't fault the effort and what they're giving us.
Yeah, well, of course, Cowdenbeath I don't think have managed to put together 2 league wins since October 2019, so that speaks volumes over the piece. In any event, looking forward, the new signing David Carty came on towards the end of the match. Can you tell the Blue Brazil TV viewers a wee bit about his background, how we come to have signed him?
The football's a village, there's agents contacting us all the time, and it's about not just bringing players in, it's bringing players in that are different to what we have. You can clearly see he's different to what we have.
Yeah.
And yeah, listen, he's not quite fit enough to start games, I don't think, so it's something we're going to remedy.
Yeah.
But he's a goal scorer. He scores goals. And he comes on, puts a great ball in the box. And so on, he's unlucky with his effort. So he's not a classic target man, but he's got a good touch, and if the ball falls in the box, he's a decent finisher.
Well, he's quite an imposing sort of player up front. Let's talk about another imposing forward player, Chris Renton. He returned to training on Thursday evening, and he was on the bench today. So, are you hopeful of getting Chris back into the fold, back onto the pitch at some point in time?
It's one of the ones he's not trained with me in the time I've been here. So he's in that same kind of category where he needs to get match fitness on Tuesdays and Thursdays, probably do an extra on top of that. But it's one of these ones that, because of his knee, we kind of load him too much. So you kind of push him too much in the fitness level because it loads the knee and it's tough. So we need to manage him.
Yeah. After the Stenhousemuir match, you suggested that the Cowdenbeath players might actually favour AstroTurf over grass. As a coach, do you make any tactical changes to compensate for either a poor playing surface or to indeed exploit a decent surface?
Well, I always think, you look at it, playing square on an AstroTurf is less dangerous for me because it's a true bounce, it's a true roll. Here, if you're playing square and straight, it can cause you problems. Football players can play on any pitch. It's one of the ones. Do I prefer playing on AstroTurf? I prefer it when it's bumpy and ball. Yes, so I wish we were going to Albion Rovers next week. It was an attitude, but it's not.
Well,
so we will need to address the surface that we're coming up.
I was just going to say that because Clifton Hill or the Right Guard Stadium is not known for its finesse, and it's not a happy hunting ground for Cowdenbeath. I don't think the team have won there since 2006. So looking ahead to that clash, what aspects of the tactical battle will you and Scott Patterson be focusing on?
Well, listen, I know how Albion Rovers play. I know I've got a clear idea of what we're going to be doing, and it's just to see who turns up in training on Tuesday and Thursdays and fancies it, because it's going to be pretty next week. So we need 11 men that are going to fight for their lives.
Okay.
It's not going to speak in a scrap. If we can play, we'll play. But it will be a tough game, and it's a cup final for us.
10 days remaining in the January window. How confident are you that your ambitions can be met when it comes to bolstering the playing strength here at Central Park?
I would like 2 more in.
Right.
So, and we're working hard on that. There's agents in the background that are trying to get players in. But we've got some contractual issues that we need to be careful, so we need to work on that in the next, say, 10 days, but I'm fairly confident we'll get at least one in.
Maurice, as always, thanks very much.
Thank you.